Well, the championship moves very, very quickly, and we are back for yet another midweek preview, and it is another home game for Bristol City, and this time we face second placed Ipswich Town at Ashton Gate. Certainly going to be a very, very big test for Bristol City and for Nigel Pearson's men, but something we'll be going into with a little bit more confidence. After the international break, the first game back was another home match, and it was a 1-0 win over Coventry. And despite the performance, which was largely rather poor and a bit sloppy, riddled with mistakes, and never really found any rhythm, it was very important just to get the 3 points on the board and go into what would be deemed a much harder game against Ipswich, and just make sure you have the 3 points on the board. So this can be a little bit more of a pressure-off game. Unlike Bristol City, Ipswich did not play on the weekend. They were due to play Rotherham on the Friday night, but that was cancelled due to issues with the storm and how that's affected the northern regions of England, and they have not played a game so far. That may be deemed as, well, they've not played for 2.5 weeks. Could that be a bit of an issue? Or that could also mean they have a bit more time for some of the injured players to get a full break. Wes Burns, for example, is someone who could be looking to make a start here, and also just a few other players who've been away on international duty, i.e. Christian Cameron Burgess and Oscar Luongo, and getting them back and getting them fully fit in preparation for this game. City like to play on the front foot at home, and to be honest, we haven't really played a team of top quality yet. And I know we've lost games at home, Stoke, Birmingham, and we've not won every game at home, but this would be the first sort of game where I'd be looking at and maybe looking to take a bit more of a defensive approach, and maybe that's the case for Bristol City. We sat that away at Leicester. Did it suit us? Not really sure. We went a bit more toe-to-toe at Ellen Road to play Leeds, and that suited us a little bit more. The game was a bit more stretched. You could argue Leeds probably deserved a few more goals. We could have also scored an equaliser, so it kind of needs to find a little bit of a balance when we play these top sides in the Championship. Everyone knows about Ipswich, everyone knows about their League One season, everyone knows about Kieran McKenna and his side and the style of football they play, so I won't really dwell on it too much. But the main story for this particular game is probably Mark Ashton and his return to Ashton Gate. But regardless of that, Wes Burns is also returning to Ashton Gate, which, would hopefully gets a good reception, because he was a decent player for us, one that got away, I'd say, in terms of Bristol City not keeping hold of him. So hopefully he gets a nice reception. Mark Ashton, if he is present in the game, I'm not sure will. Well, I expect this game to be won in both penalty boxes, really. Ipswich are very clinical and a very high scoring side, and when the chances do come, they generally put them away with the quality front players they do have in Connor Chaplin, Nathan Broadhead, George Hurst. But Bristol City are also quite a free scoring side at Ashton Gate, and generally tend to score goals when they do get the chances. And we've improved our set piece plays and scored 6 goals from set pieces this year. So hopefully that can be translated as well. Ipswich, generally their games are quite high scoring, so hopefully that is a positive for Bristol City. And with the general quick starts we do make at Ashton Gate, hopefully that is translated into a quick start and then a capitalisation of that start into 3 points. Ipswich are going to come here with the aim to get 3 points, and Bristol City are going to have to put up with that, and with that relentless kind of environment at the top of the Championship table, nothing less than 3 points will really be deemed a success here for Ipswich. Bristol City are certainly capable of nullifying an opposition, and certainly capable of frustrating any opposition in the Championship, and hopefully that is the case on Wednesday. As I mentioned, those front players for Ipswich are going to be key, especially Connor Chaplin, who likes to pick up those little pockets of space, and generally just pick up those pockets of space in between the midfield and the defence, and really affect the game from that point of view. Bristol City can be a little bit wary from outside the box, as we saw against Coventry. Ben Sheaf hit the bar from outside the box. Matty Godden got in with those little pockets of space. Sometimes our fullbacks can be beaten quite easily, so hopefully Connor Chaplin does not exploit that and give Ipswich a bit of a head start in that department. Well, the team I expect to start, largely similar in terms of personnel, but the formation I do expect to kind of change a little bit. Expecting to revert back to the back four, because it just did not work for us against Coventry, and as soon as we changed to a back four, we looked a far better side. We'll go with the back four: Cam Pring, Rob Dickey. I do think he'll still stick with Andy King, unless, obviously, the caveat that Cal Naismith is fit. Max O'Leary in goal, obviously. Right back, Mark Sykes, and that could be a little bit of a problem. As much as Sykes is brilliant, he's just not very good at right back. He's a solid 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, but it's nothing more than that. And at the moment, he's kind of being a little bit limited playing right back. He obviously is much better up the pitch. Midfield 3, Jason Knight, Matty Jane, and I'd stick with Taylor Garn-Hickman. I think that gives us a nice little balance for the time being when Joe Williams is out for God knows what reason. Tommy Conway up top, Sam Bell off the left, and I'd go with Andy Vyman on the right, but I wouldn't be surprised if Harry Cornick on the right either. I think this game will be tight. I think this will be quite balanced, and I think it'll be quite even for a lot of it. And at the moment, Ipswich just seem to have that kind of clinicality about them going forward. I do think it's a both teams to score game, because I think we pretty much always score at Ashton Gate. I think it's only West Bromson's, or maybe even Birmingham, actually. So we generally are pretty good at scoring at Ashton Gate, no matter from what. And as I mentioned, we've improved our set piece and our attacking set pieces, and look far more of a threat with Dickey in there now as well. So hopefully that plays into our advantage. I expect this game to be tight. I think the midfield battle is going to be very important. Whoever starts in our midfield, Taylor Garn-Hickman, Jason Knight, Matty James, I've gone for, up against Luongo and Moores, is going to be important. A lot of teams have kind of outnumbered Ipswich and thinking, okay, we're going to win the midfield battle, but they're just so well coached, and Connor Chaplin, as I mentioned, likes to pick up those little pockets in and forward as well. So that's going to be very important in terms of nullifying them and stopping them, but it's going to be very, very tight. My score prediction, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, and that is a little bit optimistic, but I do think we are capable of certainly frustrating and making it a bit uncomfortable for Ipswich, especially when they are occupying those possession spaces in their own centre-back areas and with goalkeeper. Hopefully, Tommy Conway, Sam Bell, Andy Vyman I've gone for, kind of press and make it uncomfortable for the Tractor Boys' defence. If you're an Ipswich fan watching this, let me know your score prediction and let me know what you expect from the Ipswich Town team yourself. Who do you think Kieran McKenna will rotate a little bit? Let me know in the comment section down below. Well, this has been the match preview for Bristol City's game against Ipswich at Ashton Gate. I will be there tomorrow night to take in what will be surely a very exciting and enthralling open game in BS3. Hopefully Bristol come out with the 3 points. You can check out my matchday vlog, which will be out after the game, probably in the morning after, so it'll be Thursday morning or quite late on the Wednesday. Anyways, it will be out, so make sure to check it out whenever you can. Keep safe, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.